In our Sunrise Smart Start this morning, some breaking news to fill you in on this Thursday morning. Rochester City School District announcing all of its schools and buildings will be closed all day today following a water main break in the West Main Street area. Officials add all after-school activities also canceled, staff not expected to report, and no transportation will be provided today. Also, Exploration Elementary Charter School announced they will be closed for the day. Our Jatira Marsh has been on the scene all morning, the last nearly 3 hours, keeping an eye on things for us. Jatira, give us a look at what's behind you and how things are going at this point.
Casey, good morning. I just want to point out how quickly and efficiently these workers have been working this morning. When I got here, the water was at the top of and now it's well into the bottom. Out of the way. The city of Rochester has issued a boil water advisory for a large portion of the city, likely in effect until this map here. Monroe County and New York State Department of Health are warning residents for washing dishes, drinking, brushing your teeth, making ice, and preparing food should be brought to a boil and boiled for a minute and cooled before use. Officials say around 5 p.m. the water main in the area of West Main and 4th Street on Favor Street broke water pressure. This means untreated water and harmful microbes could enter the water supply. City officials assure that while it will take time, they have things handled.
We're on this. We have this. We have our capable crews out there taking care of it as best they can. This is not as simple as just finding a leak somewhere. This is a water main break, and the fact that the water is reaching the street level means that it makes it that much harder to get to it, but we're on it, and we're going to make sure we maintain all of our essential services.
The 36-inch water main was originally installed in 1899 and suffered an extensive break, according to officials. They say at its peak it was losing more than 35,000. We'll keep you updated as the details develop. Reporting live in Rochester, Jatira Marsh, News 8. Casey, back to you.
Jatira, thank you so much. And obviously we were having a few audio glitches there. If you missed anything that Jatira said, of course, you can always check back in with us for both the street closures, the water boil advisories, and everything else in relation to this water main break. You can also always check on our website. That's rochesterfirst.com. In your other headlines this morning, in Henrietta, the Monroe County Sheriff's Office tells us the Walmart there has been given the okay to reopen after it was evacuated yesterday afternoon due to a vague threat there. A deputy on scene tells us someone called the store saying there was a device inside. Out of an abundance of caution, deputies evacuated everyone and swept through the store before determining that it was safe to reopen. The Greece Police Department arrested a Rochester man suspected of making a terrorist threat towards Unity Hospital. Quentin Bowen is accused of making a call to the hospital on Monday, threatening a leader in his former department. Rochester Regional, who owns the hospital, says Bowen was terminated the previous Friday. Staff at Unity called 911 and the hospital was placed on lockdown. According to Rochester Regional, the 31-year-old suspect never made it onto the hospital's campus. Bowen was arraigned at Greece Town Court, and police add he is currently on parole for making another terrorist threat. Monroe County Executive Adam Bello is calling for changes to policies at the Children's Detention Center. Earlier this month, 2 employees were arrested and fired for allegedly endangering the welfare of youngsters. Also, the Commissioner of Department of Human Services is telling News 8 since laws were changed, it's caused major problems there when dealing with the youth. Christian Garzone filed this report for us.
Adam Bello said this investigation is to address the changing nature of those at the center. We were told a handful of youngsters there are gang members and are awaiting trial for violent crimes, some as serious as homicide. 2 employees were arrested and fired from the county detention center after one allegedly allowed youth to slap box fight in a bathroom and another employee allegedly struck a juvenile. County Executive Adam Bello said Wednesday they will not tolerate violence at the CDC from staff or youth. Some of those youngsters, by the way, there are also a problem. Talia Wright, the Commissioner of the Department of Human Services, said when it comes to the kids, there's a reason there are bad actors in the population.
When Raise the Age got implemented, we started to see an increase of young men and women that were charged with more intensive, more aggressive crimes, such as like murder, gun charges, attempted murder.
She said it's brought in increasingly difficult behaviors to manage. Before Raise the Age Right said gang members and murderers wouldn't be at the center, they'd be in jail.
Juvenile delinquents, juvenile offenders. Those were the youth that we would typically house, kind of low, petty larceny, petty type of crimes.
Over the next 90 days, Wright said this will be an across-the-board look at all regulations and policies, and if the detention center should even remain under the Department of Human Services.
Looking at the policies, the procedures, we're state regulated, so looking at those state regulations.
Also looking at enhanced training and different ways to engage troubled kids.
To ensure safety for the staff and the youth.
The county executive did say to oversee the violent offenders at the CDC, it will require training with a focus on public safety. Back to you.
Christian, thank you. This investigation will be done alongside the Office of Public Integrity. All right, a lot to keep an eye on today for weather and throughout the weekend, and James has an eye on all of it, so we're getting ready to get out the door, James.
Yeah, that's right. Not too bad of a morning, maybe a flake or two here and there, but otherwise we'll go mostly cloudy, temperatures getting into the lower 40s. Then they drop. It's about the warmest as we can get. As we've got snow on the way. So here's a snow accumulation map that we've put together this morning. This is Friday, Saturday, and then into early Sunday. We're talking lake effect off of Lake Erie that extends through Batavia up, I think, just onto the west side of Monroe County. I think we could see 6 to maybe a foot of snow once you get over into Brockport area. Here's the thing, though. It's going to be blowing snow, so difficult to measure these numbers as the wind's going to be gusting 40, 50 plus miles per hour over the next 48 hours. All over the place, a lot of kids going to school for one last day today. Mostly cloudy skies, temperatures beginning in the 20s and a slow warming into the 30s this afternoon. A few rain showers as we get into tonight, and then the action begins as we get into Friday morning. Winds start to pick up, temperatures into the 40s, then we tumble by mid-morning. We'll have that flash freeze down into the 20s with strong winds gusting 50, nearly 60 miles per hour Friday night. And then just bitter cold with lake effect snow Saturday and Christmas Day.
All right, thanks so much for starting your day with News 8 at Sunrise. We're back in 30 minutes with an update. CBS Mornings is up next. Have a good one, everybody.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.